I don't want to do this one. I really don't. This just this is such a bad one. I just can't stand this one. That's how bad it is. And it's not bad in a way that gives you plenty of things to talk about. No, 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 no. I'd be fine with that. Like the fifth episode, splitting images with Poindexter. I was okay with that, honestly. I at least was entertained because I had things to talk about. I had problems I could address. With this, yeah, I mean, there's a there's a major problem with it, but what is that major problem? It's boring. It's so ungodly, horrendously boring. Nothing of interest happens in this one, or in any episode involving this villain. So, this is the episode 13. No, that's not the episode number. Well, it is, but it's also the name of the episode, 13. And who's the villain in this one? Johnny 13. And my god, he is the most boring villain in the series. I mean, I can't stand this guy. Most fans have a problem with Box Ghost, but at least he is played up for laughs. He's a throwaway character, a constant joke. And he at least is entertaining in some appearances. Johnny 13 is not entertaining, he is boring. He has a shadow, his shadow can apparently detach from him, and it can apparently attack people whenever he decides not to. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. And being a shadow, it has all the weaknesses of a shadow, like dissolving when it gets wet, and disappearing from existence when a flashlight gets shined onto it. I'm not questioning it, why should you? It's just boring. So boring. So, yeah, Johnny 13 appears and he makes Jazz his girlfriend and is trying to give her special jewelry pieces in order to make it so that his girlfriend from the Ghost Zone, Kitty, can take over Jazz's body. And yeah. Oh god. Yeah. So you know the drill. Danny beats the bad guy, blah 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 blah. Everybody's happy. But come on. Why do you have to be so boring, Johnny? And if you think this is the only time, no, 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 no. He gets a couple other, him and his girlfriend get a couple other episodes, and they're just as boring as the last. The next one is just as boring as this one, and the one after that just as boring as the next one. I mean, it's just all of them involving Johnny are boring. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's boredom. I hate being bored. I can't stand being bored. Now, I usually don't have to deal with boredom, given how I have learned to improvise. Throughout the course of my life, I've learned to improvise. Whenever I'm feeling bored, I improvise. I do something. I make something up. I start making up a random fan fiction story right there on the spot. Actually, I've done this so many times, I've become pretty good at it. But yeah, so I learned to improvise. I learned to keep myself entertained. But when you're watching a TV show, that's your entertainment. No improvising required. Or at least there shouldn't have to be any improvising required. Throughout the course of this episode, I found myself just asking, what was it I had for dinner last night? And just going back through the course of the last 3 days trying to remember everything I had to eat. That's how bored I was, folks. I can't stand boredom. I can't stand this episode. There are some episodes that are way worse than this. But this still comes pretty close. Pretty close. I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10. Because I can't stand how boring it is. Give me a freaking good episode. Come on. Ugh. Next episode will be up tomorrow. And I'm not going to be able to put up an episode Thursday because I have plans all day that day. And that's why I gave you Fanning the Flames last week. So, yeah, so I'm not going to be putting up a video this Thursday, but you'll still get a video tomorrow and another video Friday. So look forward to both of those. And boring. Boring. See you next time.